welcome back to Football Manager 22 with Hull. And since we left, we've had quite the turnaround. So let's have a look. Since we left, last time we played, we were as England, and we played against, we're in the new year, so we have to go back. We played against Serbia and Denmark and had a very good time against them. And then off camera, we played against Sweden and Serbia and won both of those games. Who will not be named, it was kicking off, so I had to play him. But I'm trying to minimise how often I'm playing him. Unfortunately, he is the best player for England at the moment, so it's not too helpful. We are in the Euro Championship or the Euros qualification. And we have a fairly easy group for England, to be fair. So we've got Iceland, Kazakhstan, Montenegro and Sweden. So we played Sweden before and beat them twice, or drew once and beat them once. And then we also have Iceland, Kazakhstan and Montenegro. Kazakhstan and Montenegro are really far down the list, and unless they do a surprise, we should be okay against them. And then Iceland can do, I think we played them in real life. England played them in real life in the Euros 2 Euros ago, or was it 3 Euros ago now? And they beat us, I think. So you have to watch out for Iceland. You never know what they could do. But an interesting group, and I think that's given us a really good opportunity to progress. So we will be looking at the Iceland-Kazakhstan game probably in the next video, which is March, and we're in January at the moment. Now, in terms of Hull, losing this much at the beginning really did us some favours, because we realised we need to bring in new players. We need to get, before the end of the transfer window, we need to get people in. And the people we brought in have made a huge difference. So I think it was, where's the gap? I think it was here where we played... This is where we played the internationals in between the Watford and Everton game. So since here onwards is where we've played since the last video, and it's not been amazing. Like, we're still not a good Premier League side. We're an okay Premier League side, but the game after that England game, Lucas Gomez got himself a hat-trick, and we still lost against Everton, which was very annoying. They got a goal in the 74th minute, and there was just nothing in the tank. We didn't have any more players who were going to be scoring a goal at the end, and we should have got something from that game, really. Then we went to Leicester, and Leicester came to us, and we got a win, which I wasn't really expecting. I was hoping for a draw at most, but we got a win against Leicester, 2-1, nice. Then we went to West Brom and struggled, surprisingly, against the bottom of the league West Brom, but we did get the win in the end, 1-0, Gomez getting another goal. Another player who stood out since joining is this Clyde Novillo, who's on loan from Paris Saint-Germain, so good team. And he's been inconsistent but getting goals for us, so he's been pretty good. We got a 1-1 draw against Arsenal, which I thought was a very good result. We then went and got a 2-0 win against Burnley and a 1-1 draw against Chelsea. So we went undefeated, albeit 2 draws, but 2 draws against some very good sides in the Premier League. Even our centre-back, Pereira, got himself a goal. And then it was a little bit more up and down over December, with us starting off against Liverpool. We were 2-2 at half-time, right? 2-2 against Liverpool going into half-time, and I was like, oh my goodness, are we going to get another result here? And then they just went to another level, and I think it was this goal. I've never seen a goal like this on Football Manager. It was superb. Mbappe was just like, oh yeah, I feel like getting a hat-trick today, so I was on Gunner. Look at this goal, it's insane. So they have the ball on the wing, they put it in, overhead kick, smashes it in. I've never seen an overhead kick being scored on Football Manager, and that was just salt in the wound. And the penalty that we was giving away wasn't a penalty, but we'll move on from that. And we did move on from that, because we then got a win against Crystal Palace, who are again relegation rivals, so that was a really important game. Another one of our lone strikers from Stuttgart, 21-year-old German guy, got himself his first goal for the club. Then we got a 1-1 draw against Man City. I don't know how we're getting these 1-1 draws against these guys, but I'll take it. You know, that's it's amazing. So that was a good result. Also, actually, I should probably mention, I've moved where I work and do my recordings and stuff, and it's a bigger room and it's probably more echoey in that, so that audio might sound little bit weird. I'm trying to get it to work a little bit better over the next couple of videos, so sorry if it doesn't sound quite right. And then we went and got a win against West Ham with Gomez getting 2, Lewis Potter. So you've seen Gomez, he's on form. He's doing well, finally. It was a really rough start for Gomez. He didn't score in his first 6 games, I think I want to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, 6... Oh, no, 7 games. So, and then he got a hat-trick. And since then, he's been on-off getting goals. We then lost against Newcastle. We weren't great there. And the problem here is, look at the congestion of these fixtures. 21st, 26th, 29th. And then this game is the 1st. And then the next game is the 4th. It's insane. I don't know what they... Like, I guess that's actually what it's like in real life. And I never think about it in real life. I'm like, great, loads of football to watch. But that's insane. To have fit players for each game is just ridiculous. So I think we probably don't have enough depth in the squad. There's a few players we need to get rid of who aren't good enough. And then add in some players who are good enough but don't mind playing not all the time, sort of thing. So we got lost against Newcastle, 0-0 draw against Southampton, away from home. I'll take it. You know, I would prefer to score, but you know, a draw is a draw. And then Everton, we got absolutely destroyed, and it's really annoying because the game before 3-4, again, just Everton, we can't get a result for some reason, and luckily I don't think we play them again this season, so that's them out of the way. But we have got some big dogs to play. Man United is going to be horrible because of the last time we met them was at home and it was 9-0. We're going away from home against Man United. Hopefully it's not another 9-0. So today we're going to play Watford West Brom. You're going to see kind of the players that we're using, and we're staying with 4-4-2 because I just like 4-4-2. So yeah, let's jump into this first game against Watford, which actually might be quite difficult because I think they're quite high in the league. You know what? I haven't even looked. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I haven't even looked at league. We're doing amazing in the league now. We're 11th place with a game in hand over basically all of these clubs. Brighton, for some reason, have loads of games in hand. Well, they did. They're now back up to 18. But they had I think they'd only played 16. And everyone else had played 19 to 18 games. It was weird. But they're now getting back up, but not doing well. 10 points out of 18 games it's rough. West Brom are starting to get a little bit more form. 4 wins and 2 draws quite recently. But they're going to really struggle to get themselves out of that relegation area. And Crystal Palace are in the same sort of boat. An interesting one is Arsenal. 18 points out of their last 19 games. They are seriously close to relegation contenders. If one of these teams picks up their form and Arsenal can't pick up theirs, Arsenal could get relegated this season, which is just mad. I think we've done enough. We've built up enough points that if we just get a few wins here and there and draws here and there like we have been, we should be safe. And then next year we want to build the team into a team that challenges rather than scrapes on by sort of thing. So yeah, let's go. This is the team I've gone for. The other problem I have is a lot of players which aren't exactly up to the standard that I want them to be, are asking for promises of playing time. So Bonucci hasn't been scoring at all. He's been awful. Even the press have been saying, what's the point of him, sort of thing. We don't want him anymore. I mean, he has got some interest. I might sell him, to be fair, so I don't have to deal with him, because he's a fickle personality as well. He's got fairly high potential, but I just think it might not be worth the time, and we can get probably about 3 mil for him, and then look at bringing in some other players maybe over January. But we'll see how he plays this game. We've got quite a few loanies as well, so we don't want to sell. And we've got Vince Krause, who wants to start more games, which I just noticed. We probably want to play him. Oh, should we play him today? Let's play him today, actually. Let's give Gomez a rest. Play Vince Krause and Bonucci. So let's go through the team. Gabriel Brazal has been amazing. An absolute revelation of a goalkeeper. I mean, he is 30, but I think that's kind of when goalkeepers get good, isn't it? He's had 4 clean sheets, conceded 21 out of 14 games. For a relegation contending side, that's very good. And actually, Trafford, I remember in the last video, Brazil got injured, and Trafford had to go in for 3-4 games, and he played really well. So if I need to switch them round, they can. I just need to try and get Trafford to be okay with being a backup keeper rather than a first team, because he did kick off and I managed to talk him down, but let's see what happens. Mencarelli has only just come back from injury, so we're going to keep an eye on him, but that's going to be a massive boost for us to, I want to switch him to a wing back, to have him back in the squad. We're still unsure about who's our best defenders and stuff. I'm playing Feeney because he's kicking off about not having enough game time, but O'Hanlon and Pierre are probably our best, but O'Hanlon has dropped in his rating, so he's not quite as good as he was before. Terrace has been amazing, so he's a definite right back, first choice. Lewis Potter's been really good, got 8 assists already. Gallinopoulos has kicked off and said he's not being played enough, so I need to play him more. Colbert has been okay. He's not been fantastic recently, so we're going to probably drop him over the next couple of months and play some more players that deserve the time, because we've got Lee and Ramsey on the bench at the moment. And then Harder and Mwamba are very inconsistent. I can't seem to get a good left midfielder who's consistent, so we do have to keep an eye on that position and see if maybe a replacement, but they're both young and got high potential, so I think it's best to hold on to him for now and just see. Where's Mwamba gone, actually? Oh, he's tired, that's why. I might put him on anyway, just because we don't have another left mid. Oh, no, we do. Where is he? Forrester, no. Fletcher, he's on. Oh, he's already on. Okay. So we can bring back Tui. And yeah, Vince Krause and Bonucci up front with Gomez on the bench at the moment, and Tui, I guess. But we do also have Novillo as well, who's able to score. So we've got a lot of talent in this team. So I'm hoping that we're going to get a result against Watford today, but it's still unknown what sort of team is going to go out there, because one week they'll be absolutely amazing and draw with like Man City or something, or get a win against like quite a high up team, and then the next day you'll send them out basically the same players, the same formation. They'll play against like a relegation contending sort of squad, and they're just like, oh, we can't win, we're useless. So I'm not really sure why we're so inconsistent, but we'll go for it and see if we can get ourselves a result against Watford, because actually Watford are quite high in the league. I think they're only like 11th or something. They're doing quite well. Ask him why he's playing a different position. He plays left back. I don't know what they're talking about. Okay. I don't really like the tunnel interviews, and I have to keep doing them, but I guess we'll just do them because I want to be in with the press, so that they're nice to me. Alright, first highlight, and it's 27 minutes in, so quite a quiet first half. Throw into Watford, and they're playing it quite quickly down the pitch, but we get it, and now Lewis Potter to Vince Krause. Lewis Potter up, but a poor ball over the top, and now Watford can attack again with their defender through to Costa. Costa, long ball forward over to Lang on the left-hand side. He plays it all the way to the byline. Header by Costa just off the crossbar. My goodness, that was close. All right, so almost goal of the season, and we missed that there because the highlight just started with the save. But corner in. Ferreira, well-headed clear. Anyone chasing? Bonucci, you going to get there? That's what I like to see, at least some passion. But then nothing comes from it. Oh well. And another highlight, and it looks like we're really not having a fun time against Watford because we haven't had one single attacking highlight yet. Doyle, well played by Terrace to cut that out, and now he plays Lewis Potter. Vince Krause. Vince Krause still has it, plays it to Colbert, to Gallinopoulos, up to Bonucci. What a finish. Second goal of the season. That's how bad he's been playing. He's only scored 2 goals this season, but that was a peach. You love to see it happen. Really good work played by Vince Krause. Then he plays it back to Colbert, to Gallinopoulos, and this pass is superb. Really well weighted. And then Bonucci, first time, bottom corner, as sweet as you like. So, we are 1-0 up against Watford. I would probably say that's against the run of play. And I just noticed Vince Krause has been injured from the looks of it. Yeah, he has. So, Vince Krause is going to have to come off. Gomez will come on. Who else isn't playing great? We want to keep an eye on Mencarelli because he has just come back from injury. Might be worth bringing him off, actually. I don't want him to get injured again. So we'll bring on Adrad, who's had an alright season so far, not great. And then everyone else, I think we've got one spare sub that we can use later on if we need it. Happy with performance so far. Faith in you, faith in you, faith in you. Start the second half. Alright, so straight away, let's hope Watford aren't going to go and score immediately. Look at that. He just walked past my player like he wasn't even there. Flipping out. That was a centre-back going for that little run and shot. Okay, we need to be a bit more switched on than that, boys. Terrace has the throw-in to Gomez. Gomez down the line. What the heck happened there? I just feel like the communication isn't there. Well played by Terrace again. Gomez, again, with a terrible pass. I'm not really sure why no one's been able to read the passes that Gomez is playing, but we're now on the back foot. Abdul bringing it forward, and Costa back to Ozan, to Abdul, to Ronaldo. There you go. Oh, Adrad gets it, but it bounces really unluckily for him, and it's a shot from outside the area, and luckily nothing comes from it. Okay, free kick to Watford, and a goal. Roshinha scores, and that's disappointing. That we've conceded there. I think probably we could potentially win this if we go attacking. Give the boys some encouragement and see if we can get ourselves another goal near the end here. So let's go for that and see what we can do. Okay, I was about to make a sub, but immediately there's a highlight as I went to pause it. So let's see what happens. Feeney with a terrible... What's the keeper doing? What? That was just... awful by everyone involved. Lewis Potter's playing awful. Gomez is playing awful. Great. I don't know what's happened in the second half, but it's definitely. This is really annoying that this is the video. This is the game we have to show for this video because they've been playing pretty well, as you can see, and then we don't have anyone to replace this Potter, so I'm guessing we're going to have to go wide playmaker with Mohamed Lee. Oh, it's a mess. So yeah, it's not been ideal, this run of games that we've just had. I think we're hitting a rough patch of form, which means that this video is going to be very depressing. And we're going to lose 2-1 against Watford. Great. Bonucci got a goal. That's the only positive I can take from that. Pereira and Gallinopoulos played well. Terrace, I thought, had a really decent game, but obviously not happy with the performance. I always feel like if we say unlucky there, boys, you underdogs, people just get how good was the goal? People get a bit complacent and they're like, oh well, I guess we didn't need to win then and stuff, you know. So you have to say, come on, boys, we need to play better. Magnificent strike. We want to talk about the goal again, do we? Okay. Twice they asked me about the goal, so that puts us down 13th place. We do have a game in hand over 2 people ahead of us, and we're 2 points behind Southampton and level on points with Burnley. So if we can win our next game, that puts us up in 9th. But then these guys don't have games in hand. So, but below us, we've only got 2 more teams, and they can only level us with points and not go ahead of us. With goal difference, we will go below them, but that still puts us 16th if they both win. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world. We just need to make sure that we win more games. Where are Watford actually? They're 8th, so they're doing pretty well. We need to win some more games against lower in the league sides. Otherwise, we are going to regret that in the future. Hull in disappointing collapse. I can't agree more. And Bonucci finally ends his. How long was it? It didn't actually say 11 hours without a goal. Ridiculous. All right, so we now have very close. Only in a few days. 3 days later, we've got West Brom at home. West Brom is a game we should be winning, and we also actually have the FA Cup third round after that against Reading, which we'll play off camera. But yeah, so West Brom, if we can't beat them, they're points we can't afford to drop. And we have had a really rubbish run of form in the last couple of weeks, so we do need to pick ourselves up. I mean, that all of those 4 games have just been in 1 or 2 weeks, so it's been a rough patch of games for us. And I think last season we had a rough patch of games over December as well and January. It's because it's so congested, it's really hard. So we're going to come back in a second for this West Brom game, and I'll see you in a sec. Just a quick one. Here's a funny one for you. Oscar Gleeson. I signed him for 700 grand for the Shamrock Rovers. He played 3 games, didn't play great, and his potential wasn't high enough really for me. And he was in as a star player, and I don't know why he was in as a star player, but I couldn't change him without him getting angry. So I just put him for transfer list, and Shamrock Rovers came in with an offer. So I brought him for 700k, sold him for 925. I mean, that's not too bad business, is it? We're making a little bit of money, and we sent him straight back to what the club he came from. So it was a bit of a weird one, which made me laugh. But yeah, he definitely wasn't what I was looking for a defender. He was one of the first players I signed, but the scouting wasn't quite as good on him, I don't think. And yeah, we'll just ignore him for now, and hopefully he has fun back at Shamrock. So we'll be back in a second for the West Brom game. Okay, so we're at the West Brom game. One thing which I did remember is Simmons wanted more game time, and I said, you're not going to get every game because we've got a lot of better players now in the team. And he was like, well, I want more game time, so I'm going to have to leave if I want more game time. So he is potentially going on loan to MK Dons. I'm not sure why he'd want to go play for MK Dons instead of playing some games for us in the Premier League, but he's just he wasn't happy, so we had to go for it. So the squad we're going for against West Brom is quite a different layout because of how close it is to the last game. So we've got Rizal in goal, Simmons, Hanlon, this guy Dejoffen. He is alright. We've got him on loan, we've played him a few times. Every time he's played, he's been angry. Like literally, every game when it says like how they're doing, like is motivated or something, it just says he's angry. So hopefully he's not going to get himself a red card or something like that. We've got Mencarelli on the left, and because he played only half the game last game, he should be alright to play for this one. Then we've got Lewis Potter, Lee, Taylor and Wamba in midfield, and then Gomez and Novillo up front. And I'm just having a quick look down. Looks like we don't have a replacement for right back, so I'm just right mid even. So I'm just going to put Dallas on. We do have other strikers, don't we? Yeah, we got Bonucci and Mew, so that's fine. Do we have a replacement for left? Yeah, we've got Fletcher. Where's Bo? Where's Bo not on? This is what happens when you ask for selection advice. They give you terrible subs. Okay, that's better. Right, so we're ready to go. So let's jump into this game. Alright, so let's put an end to this poor run of form. Make me proud. Make me proud. Make me proud. Then in the tunnel, I really hate these tunnel interviews. I wouldn't be having this conversation if I knew why we're struggling at home. Yeah, we're missing injury, that's fine. He's playing very well, excited to see him play. There we go, okay. We're playing at home against not quite bottom of the league, Brighton at bottom of the league. These are second to bottom. If we lose this game, it's going to be bad, which means Football Manager will typically make you struggle against these sort of teams, and we've already been struggling. Great ball forward, and Gomez with the goal. Was that offside? Like, superb pass by Taylor. Goal awarded, 1-0. So maybe I'm just full of it because Football Manager has not made this difficult. Kenneth Taylor recently saying I want more game time, and he's proven his worth already. Gomez getting himself a goal, which is always nice to see when our new striker gets himself on the score sheet for his first season. Goal kick up, and our defence. What was that? No. Deafin. That was awful. I'm going to have to keep an eye on him because that was terrible play. We nearly conceded there because of that awful touch by him. Or just like being too slow on the ball, I think it was. Alright, so throw in to us. Mwamba has it on the left side to Menkarelli. Taylor to Mwamba. To Lee. To Menkarelli. Beautiful play. Plays it in the middle. Oh wow, I thought he'd lost that. Curling effort nearly into the top corner. He's looking like he's quite confident, Noviello, but wasn't to be that shot. Alright, throw into us again. Simmons plays it to Noviello. He's on the right, really wide, so he plays it to Lewis Potter to Lee. And poor pass by Lee, but O'Hanlon... No! Oh, Simmons, superb tackle. Poor pass by O'Hanlon. Ball up by, I think, O'Hanlon again. But it just goes to their keeper. Long ball forward. Headed on by David. Barry has it, and great finish. There are certain times in Football Manager when you know a goal is going in, and that goal kick, if a player heads it down, I would say 80% of the time they're scoring. If a player gets past the defender that is challenging for that goal kick, they're going to score. And it's really frustrating to watch because you can just tell. You can feel it's about to happen. You're like, no, I want to win. So, poor pass by Mwamba, and now West Brom have it. Please don't let them... Well played by Simmons, but they have it again. We looked completely in control for the first, I'd say, 40 minutes of this game, and now we are all over the place. Doyle to Hemmings. Hemmings now plays it into the box. If he scores, I can't believe this. We were winning 1-0, and we're now going in. I'm going to absolutely rip into this team. I'm going to rip them to shreds. I can't believe that. How has that just happened? Corner to us. And a penalty. The last 3 minutes of this half have been insane. What is going on? I was all ready to do the... Oh no, who's taking our penalty? Oh please don't be Gomez. Gomez missed his last one. And he missed this one. I need to change my penalty takers. Is that a goal? Goal by the keeper. Okay, we'll take it. I mean, it's 2-2, but Gomez really needs to be taken off penalties. He's awful at them. He is not. He's done 2, missed 2. I need to remember to go onto the tactics and change that. And that was a strange goal for them to concede, but we'll take it. I don't need to be as harsh now at half time. I think I'm going to say I'm not happy with the performance out there still. And I am going to take off our left back for a Drad because he is... look, again, he's just an aggressive guy. I don't know why he's so aggressive. I think I might bring on Terrace for him. I think that might be the best course of action because I don't want anything to go down with him getting sent off or something. And then we're going to go to the dressing room and say to defenders, have faith in you. Midfielders have faith in you. Attackers have faith in you. Start the second half and see what's going to happen because that was an action-packed couple of minutes for us to come back 2-2. Alright, one quick change is Lewis Potter's looking tired, so Dallas is going to come on. And not a lot has happened this second half, so I have a feeling it's going to be a no-highlight 2-2 end to the game. Alright, there is a highlight right at the end, and our right back is injured, I just noticed. Simmons is injured. That's not great. Barry is through on goal, luckily smashes it over. And we've got 3 minutes of injury time. Looks like nothing's happening, and it's 2-2. It's not the end of the world. It's very frustrating that we have had such a good start to the season. Well, not terrible start to the season. Mid start to the season, and now we can't even get a win. I'm going to say disappointed because I am disappointed that we didn't get a win there. I mean, it does lift us up the table. Where are we? 12th with 25 points. we're 10 points clear of the relegation zone. I mean, it is a safe bit, but we're dropping points so quickly, and we're gonna have harder games coming up. It's just really annoying that we couldn't get a result against West Brom there. Yeah, we absolutely robbed them. There you go. How damaging it was! Awful to concede 2 on the brink of half time like that. Very, very frustrating to watch. In terms of other results, Arsenal seem to be picking themselves up. They're definitely not getting relegated from the looks of it. And who else was down there? Crystal Palace, did they play? No, I don't think they did. Brighton, don't think I saw them playing either. So Brighton have a couple of games in hand. We actually have a game in hand over Leicester, so we can go a little bit above them if we can win the game in hand. And a game in hand over Aston Villa, but I think they're so far ahead. Actually, if our goal difference, that 9-0 has absolutely killed us, because our goal difference, even if we level them with points, we're going to go below them. But we're in a decent spot. It could be worse, that's for sure. We're out of the relegation scrap for now. And it looks like we're doing okay. In terms of what I'm going to do next, hopefully we're going to start having a bit more space in the schedule. Yeah, look at that. These games are going to be so much easier to play because we'll have players which are fit. Like this run here is the worst. It's absolutely awful for our players. And we got 1 win, and it was a really close game against West Ham. Out of 5 games. 6 games? 6 games. And 2 draws. It's just really difficult to do anything in that sort of unless you have huge squad depth of quality players. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back for next video for I'm clicking on the wrong thing. The March games against Iceland and Kazakhstan for the Euros for England, and we'll have a look at what's happening with Hull in that time. So where will we be? It's around about March time, so we'll be around about, I think it's the end of March from the looks of it, so we'll be around about here. So we've played a fair amount of games. We've got some big games which we will have played. United, we'll have played Brighton, who are bottom of the league. We need to win that one. We'll have played Chelsea, Man City, and Crystal Palace. They're in relegation, so we need to beat them as well. So there's a lot of big games in that time, so we can look back over those. And we can also have a look at transfers, which we did over the January break. What I'm going to do, in terms of players that I want to bring in. We're bringing a backup right back who doesn't mind being a backup right back. I'm going to have a look for strikers, but I think what we've got at the moment is good enough. They just need to start playing well. And I'm probably going to look for another backup right mid. Although Colin Dallas hasn't been bad. 1 goal, 2 assists out of 3 games. He's been alright as a backup right mid, so maybe I don't need that. Maybe a better centre back. If we can round up the funds. We've got 3.8 mil at the moment, so it's not a lot of moolah to spend. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I mean, we are doing a lot better than we were in the league than a couple of games ago, weren't we? So that's at least a positive. Remember to come back next time to see if we can keep ourselves out of the relegation zone, because with our current run of form, we're probably going to dip back in there if we can't sort it out. So also remember to comment, Also remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you.